Okay. All right, guys. Going to do voiceover. This is the first night we did it on normal difficulty. I give like very short explanations and kind of just give you feedback on what's going on. The first boss, pretty standard stuff. There's a taunt swap that happens. I'll go ahead and start the video. But it's a taunt swap that happens. My UI will track the debuff. You pretty much just taunt swap on each attack he does. Basically, it reduces healing. He throws spider webs on the ground. The DPS or hunter can use an immunity and just soak up the spider webs. It's not a big deal. On heroic, it gets a little bit spicier. This was our first night raiding as a raid group, so it was something. Now I think at this point we were still looking for another healer because I think we were short. We were missing another healer. We were trying to get our evoker to go augmentation, but that didn't happen. You can see my weak warrior telling me to taunt. Not much else going on. Let's get forward a little bit. So, in phase 2, he will go away. He'll summon a bunch of spiders, and then he will do it's like a dash, but the graphic on it looks weird. You stay out of the middle. He's a bunch of ad spawn. You stay away from the blue. You get hit by that. Normally it won't kill you, but it was certainly well on heroic. So this is just grabbing the tanks, just run around, grab all the ads, try to bring them in the middle. I don't think they have an aggro table. I think they just kind of fixate on people. And you just do this till you kill the ads while dodging the boss. Pretty standard stuff. During the third phase, he goes there. He becomes very resistant to damage, and you got to go to the back of the room and grab food and bring it to him and feed him. Once you feed him enough food, I think he goes back to phase 1. Sorry, it's late. I'm gonna kind of speed through this. It's just a bunch of nonsense. We had some people die to stupid, and then the boss goes down. All right, this boss. So he's stationary. He will summon like phantom ads, and he will do a frontal blast, and he hits. Your goal is to have him hit the ads with the blast so that it activates them, and the tank that's tanking him and anybody who gets hit by the blast will go into another realm where you can attack the ads. As soon as you kill the elite ad, the one the tank that you got to tank, it will bring it'll bring everybody back out. So you want to kill the little ads first. The tank picks up the big ad and interrupts all the spells. Pretty easy stuff, but we had a problem where normally they're supposed to, all the ads are all supposed to spawn in one platform, but we had some ads spawning in one, some ads spawning in another, which makes it a bit challenging. But our mage decided he was gonna attack the boss before the pull timer. Raiding. So you see the first frontal is going to go out when he he does it on the. I think yeah. So the ad spawned on the platform I was on. So I had everybody move, all my group move over to the right, so that the left group could go over here and hit the ads with the frontal. So um, yeah. So we're waiting, and then I taunt, and then I get ready to take the next blast. But ultimately, it's a very easy fight. I mean, it's extremely easy. He did so. That's the fight. Um, I'll show you what happens when I go in. It's just an extremely easy fight. I mean, I don't honestly. This guy should have been the first boss because it's just a very simple fight. So the ad spawned over here, so I walked over here. I pop a cooldown. Then you go in, you get hit by the frontal. You go in there. I pick up this ad, and basically you just tank him and interrupt him, and you have them kill everybody else. But being a druid and I'm better geared than most people in the raid, the excuse me, the ad had a habit of dying before. So that's it. That's that. Um, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. And then this goes on for a while. We have. Let's see if they show the. Yeah, okay. So he does a. After the second blast, he will come out after that's all done. He'll come out and he'll do a big AoE explosion. If you're taking this, you're probably going to want to use some healing. Excuse me, the dot really hurts. So you just get out. I just popped in cat form, got out. Then I just charge back in. And then you literally do the same exact thing you just did. You just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over. Skip a lot of this fluff filler shit. We had some people die to stupid. I was in the middle of an ad phase. I started popping potions and stuff. Healers were clearly getting taxed on my side, for sure. Probably not for me. I don't really need a great amount of healing. And just waiting to get out of the thing, the debuff to wear off so we come out, and then just finish them off. Not These are all like burst attempts, really. We didn't wipe too many times tonight until the end of the night when we started hitting our wall. This boss, honestly, there's a lot of things that happen in this fight I wasn't 100% clear on, but from what I know, he spawns shadows, who charges out the shadows. So then random raid members get targeted by his dash. They want to stand between him and the shadow, so that he dashes through the shadow and kills it. For the tanking stuff, it was real simple. It's just taunt swap, and then like always, like every fight, and here's a big taunt swap. Excuse me. There's that, and then he'll do an intermission where there's like void zones on the ground. We just gotta dodge them. That's it. So we just speed it up a little bit. Yeah, he does tank combo, so he'll do like a debuff, and then if he hits you again, it'll do a lot of damage. So you want to taunt in between those two attacks. Honestly, at this point, I just watch Weak Auras and then taunt when it tells me to, because sometimes it's hard to see what's going on in the middle of all those spell effects and everything. So, and believe it or not, I'm playing on like minimum graphic settings. I just have spell effects turned up so I can see everything on the ground. But yeah, there's that. There's the shadows. You see the shadows over there. Where she's dashing around. Blah blah blah. Does the AOE you got to get out of. Let me go back for a second. Let's see if I can show you the AOE. Okay, well, those are AOE, but whatever. Yeah, so more taunt swaps. She will go into Another state. I'm gonna see what shows it. If I can show it. I know what happened on this fight. Actually, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong fight. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. I thought this was the fight with the laser beams, but I clearly am wrong. So yeah, that's the fight. Um, Not overly hard. Pretty straightforward. All right, this guy. Not much really. He puts a debuff on some people that will launch a slime wave essentially, so they want to get to the edge of the group so that nobody gets hit by it. This guy was a dungeon boss that they just threw into raid for some reason. There's spider webs. Um, Honestly, I'm not even sure if the mechanic is supposed to be done here. I was more worried about the tanking part. Um, this fight fucking sucked because I had got a trinket earlier in the night and I decided that I was going to macro it to mangle, but I must have typed the macro in wrong and I couldn't use mangle the entire fight. So holding threat was interesting. I did it, but it wasn't easy. It just shows how fucking overpowered Bear is right now. It's just so broken. All right, so so he'll run away and summon ads, kill all the ads. Then you get to wherever he lands and you interrupt them. So we saw that. I messed up here because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go around these things so I don't take damage. What I really should have did is just pop a cooldown, run through them, because you can see I get too far behind the group, and I don't have enough healing because all the healers are up front with the tank where they're supposed to be, and I die. But I get a battle res at some point. Warlock does it. So you see the wave there? That's how it spins. You just gotta point it in the right direction. I wait till it's over, pop back in Bear, charge the boss, blah, blah, blah. We do a taunt swap thing. He has a debuff that reduces healing taken. So you got a taunt swap. It's like every fight in this whole raid is taunt swaps. It's like all you do. So we go blah, blah, blah. Just more of the same shit. And literally, this is the whole fight. He runs, you chase him down, you kill the ads, blah, 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 blah. Kill the ads. I try to stack them on top of the boss so they get cleaved down, and just more of the same shit. And all these things you see in the dungeon, so it's not like people don't know. And chase him down, and then we had a thing where he wanted to have one last ad phase before we could kill him. So that happened. Then I popped roar at some point. I meant to anyway. I should have popped it. It was off cooldown, so get back to the boss. He lands. We finish him. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. I gotta talk a little bit about this fucking slug boss. Okay. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Dice. All right. So this thing is not hard either. Obviously, there's another taunt swap thing. So what he does is there's eggs all over the room. When he gets to a certain, basically you want to pop. It's kind of like the first boss in BWL. Basically, you want to pop the egg, kill the ads in the egg, because at certain percentages he'll pop the eggs, and if he pops them, they're empowered and they will fuck your day up. But on normal, they're still not a big deal. We had one in power, and it wasn't a big deal. So we just did the raid leader had us break in a certain order. And that's what we did. So I'm gonna kind of skip around because this fight is pretty boring. There's not a lot that happens. This is his process of breaking eggs. There was nothing to break because we had broken all the eggs he was gonna pop. He's got little ads that spawn. You just pull them onto the boss. Ads are coming. now. And yeah, it's just the same shit here over and over again. So you just do that, started getting in where we wanted her to be. Just gonna kind of skip ahead if I can see the empowered ad, so you guys can see what it looks like. Let's see. Right there, that ad in the back there, he was empowered. If we had a Death Knight, we could have gripped him. Well, we had a DK, but he didn't grip for some reason. You got people breaking ads or breaking eggs who bring the spider into melee to cleave it down. Had a B-res. I don't know why I didn't use it. With my good old breezy macro. And yeah, so this is it, right? I don't know why the priest gave me wings. I wasn't in danger of dying or anything. But the honored light and the angel wings prevent me from dying. For some reason, I don't know why. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Alright, this boss. Okay, this one was the one that did the lines. Okay. You know what? I am so tired right now. I don't remember all the mechanics on this fight. I really don't. I think that we're going to learn together, because I legitimately can't remember. I'll see. Okay, yeah, so she targets people with a thing that they'll spawn a rift, right? And you want the rifts to be parallel to each other so that they cancel each other out and they don't suck you in, basically. Still not 100% on how exactly this fight works, but I was able to survive, I think. And then from then on, I'll pop like Stampeding Roar to deal with the suck. So yeah, then she does a beam thing where you want to make sure that the beam is in other people, and then it's just avoid the shit on the floor. It's like WoW 101, honestly. Kind of skip around a little bit, and that's the whole fight. That's just that over and over and over again. She hurts a little bit when you get like later in the fight, and the healers start to run out of mana. But ultimately, it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. It was a pretty good night, honestly. We got the vault filled. After this boss, essentially, we hit our wall, which is the last two bosses of the raid, which we're going to go back in on Thursday. Hopefully, that fight was really hard, even for normal. That was a really hard fight. It was like a heroic fight. Hoping Blizzard's going to patch or tweak a little bit before Thursday, but if not, it's fine. I was happy with it. It's fun. It's not a great raid. I mean, we haven't seen the last boss yet, so maybe the last boss will blow me away. But as far as rating goes, it's fine. WoW's been really good, and it's fun again, so that's always good. But all right, that is night one, and I will do some boss kill videos for the rest of the raid when we get to that point. If we don't clear it this week, obviously there won't be another video this week, and I'll just get the footage for the last two when we kill them. All right, guys, enjoy. Have a good one.